I was planning on this video to come out during the 10th anniversary of this channel, which was technically in May, but you would know it wasn't me if I could have stuck to a deadline. So, there you have it. Since there's no time like the present, I guess, I suppose we're doing this here and now. I've been thinking about, what to say and how to say it for a while now. All I really know is that 10 years is a long time to be staying the same. Look, I don't know how else to say this, so I guess I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off. The Art of Deduction is over. And I think it's been over for a long time. I loved the stories of Sherlock Holmes. I loved reading them, I loved watching the adaptations, I loved trying to figure out how to mimic those abilities of observation and logic and take them into my own life. And I loved making videos about that to share with all of you. It was my obsession. But it's not my obsession anymore. I mean, let's be real, I haven't been about any of that in years. My first major video after coming back from a 2-year hiatus was about why the piece of media that got me started on this journey to begin with was flawed. And ironically, I'm probably more well known for that than I am for all of my other content previously that was inspired by that media. More than any of that, though, this YouTube channel was in a lot of ways my first introduction to being publicly on the internet. I started a YouTube channel before I had any other social media, and then my YouTube channel actually took off while I was a child, and a very insecure child at that. So, because of all that, I crafted this very, more or less obnoxious persona, took myself way too seriously, tried to portray myself as this unimpeachably intelligent and smug individual, because, I thought that was cool, or more accurately, I thought that people would think I was cool instead of thinking I was a huge big old nerd, which I was. Maybe not the best, but definitely the most fun lesson I've learned in life is that life is so much better. Better for you, better for the people around you, better overall, when you don't take yourself too seriously. So, the Art of Deduction, both the obsession and the persona, neither are really reflective of me anymore. I have different interests. I have a wide variety of interests at that. I have a much healthier sense of self-esteem, and if I know anything about myself at this point, it's that I fucking hate being put in a fucking box. So for 2 years now, I've been trying to figure out what I want to do with this channel, with the Art of Deduction, now that I've outgrown it. And I think I finally came to a decision. 2023 was a really good year for me. After having had taken a break from YouTube, after, frankly, getting burnt out and bored of the content I had been making, I finally came back after a much-needed hiatus and decided that I wasn't going to make videos about deduction or Sherlock Holmes anymore. I was going to make videos about whatever caught my interest. And so I made a video telling you all that that's what I was going to do, and then I proceeded to have the most fun I'd had in years making videos. And in that period, I made video essays that I'm still very proud of to this day. And that's what I want to keep doing. Those last video essays were largely about psychology, because, that's what I majored in college, and it was kind of on my mind after graduating. But I want to leave room going forward to expand out into other areas of interest that I may have and already have. At this point, to be honest with you, the topics I choose for my videos are really just an excuse to make a video. I love making things. I love researching. I love writing. I love setting up a shot. I love putting together a storyboard or animating a sequence or designing a graphic. I love all of it. The process, not the topics, the process is probably my most profound interest and obsession at this point in my life. So, the Art of Deduction is over. But you can't get rid of me that easy. See, I've been kind of edging you on for the dramatic reveal, like a good YouTuber, might I add. But at this point in the video, I'm kind of bored with that, so here's the long and short. I am not retiring. I am not done making content. I'm not even done with this specific platform. I am done with the name. I am tired of it, and I would like to move on. As for the legacy of the Art of Deduction and all that content that I made prior to this shift in my channel, I will be making all of those videos unlisted, but putting them in a publicly available playlist called the Art of Deduction Backlog. So if you ever want to go back and watch those videos, for whatever reason, if you found them entertaining or you enjoyed them, or you found them interesting or helpful, whatever, they will be there for you to go back and watch. The only reason for making them unlisted is to take them out of the YouTube shuffle and keep them from bringing new traffic into the channel, so as to not give people the wrong impression of what this channel is about going forward. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm not planning on making any content about Sherlock Holmes or his methods of observation anymore. Maybe I will at some point. That is the whole point, is to get rid of the burden of expectation, to come out of a niche and be able to explore a wide swath of topics of interest. That's the whole point. So here we are at the end. The Art of Deduction is over at midnight tonight on New Year's Day. I will be renaming the channel. So, whatever you need to do, however you need to do it, say goodbye to the Art of Deduction and say hello to Tangled Tangent. Okay, not to break the immersion, but real quick, it took me so long to come up with that name, an embarrassingly long amount of time. That is the reason why this video is half a year late. Come on, who does that? What?